Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson, and for this video, I am going to be sharing some career growth tips for all of my ambitious professionals out there who are looking to level up in their career, whether it's getting promoted, securing a higher salary, transitioning careers or changing careers, changing into a new market or a new industry. Your girl has got you covered. So at this point in my career, I have transitioned careers 3 to 4 different times. Every single time I have taken a new job, I have always made more than the last one, and I have been very intentional about growing my career and making sure that I am always taking that next step and I'm thinking ahead so that I am able to qualify myself in advance for the type of job that I want. Now, your girl is a 9 to 5 girly. I am a professional corporate chick through and through. And over the years, as I have grown in my career, whether it be via salary or in title or building relationships and all of the things, I have learned some tricks of the trade, some hacks along the way, some that I've learned from people in my network, and some that I've learned simply just by doing it, seeing what works for me, kind of like a trial and error sort of thing. And since your girl is not one to hoard advice or hoard any tips, I want everyone to succeed. If you are looking to build your career, grow your career, take the next step, then I have some tips for you that I'll be sharing right now. And keep in mind, these tips are applicable to anyone at any point in your career, whether you are an entry-level professional just getting started out, or you're already an executive professional and maybe you still have goals on your career list. These tips can apply to you too. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number one on this list is learn new skills every single year if you can. I have a saying, it's called ABL, and that is always be learning. I am constantly learning something new, in part because in my industry and in my field, learning is essential to staying relevant and staying employable. I am in marketing. Currently, I am a senior marketing manager, so there's a lot that goes into marketing. It's a lot of technologies, it's a lot of skills, it's a lot of strategy, it's a lot of reporting and data and everything, and trends and waves and how the digital landscape shifts. So I always all the time have to be earning some sort of a certificate or in some sort of a training or a webinar. Currently, we know we're in the AI space, so I'm learning all about AI and all the different platforms and how to navigate generative AI and develop AI platforms and all of the things. But in general, learning and this is separate from like a master's degree or a bachelor's degree or anything like that. I'm saying just learning in general, taking a webinar, taking a boot camp, taking a training, earning a certificate, sitting down and maybe going to a conference or dedicating a weekend to watch a video or an industry expert in your field talk about the latest and greatest whatever. Learning new skills has been essential to growing my career, building my career, and helping me earn more money as well. I learned this very, very early on when I first started getting into marketing or wanting to get into marketing. Learning like Google Analytics was essential. I got my certificate like right away, learning the different email marketing programs and getting certified in those, right? It's not always about going back to school and earning a degree. Sometimes it is, depending on your field, but most times it's really just challenging yourself and keeping yourself current on what is going on in your industry. If there is a new software that is trending, you need to be learning it. If there's a new process that is starting to emerge in the market that people are talking about that has a lot of buzz, you need to be understanding it and learning how to implement it. I would say learning new skills has been the top way that I've been able to stay employable and also grow my salary at the same time. No matter what level you're at, there is always something new to learn, whether it comes to doing your job better, making your job easier, becoming more efficient, becoming more effective, or becoming more of a leader in the space. But take time out of your busy schedule to learn something new as often and as much as you can. Number 2 on this list is to challenge yourself professionally as much as you can, at least every 2 to 3 years. So I recently recorded a video that I shared to my channel talking about how I've never been promoted before. But in all honesty, I feel like that has worked to my advantage, because even though I didn't have that traditional career journey where I'm just moving up and up and up and up at a particular company, I have been job hopping since the beginning of time. But it really has worked to my advantage, because it has allowed me to challenge myself in new ways by taking on brand new positions at times, navigating, transitioning throughout different markets, which is insane. I've been in so many markets at this point, and that has allowed me to become much more competitive in the job market than I originally thought. So at this point, as opposed to just having marketing experience in maybe 1 or 2 segments or industries, I have marketing experience across 6 or 7 different industries. And there are many positions that I've taken that were a much bigger step up for me than the position that I was in at the time. So I stretched myself, took my shot, saw the job posting and was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm on this level yet or at this level, but I know I have these skills. I know that I can do this. I know I'm really good at this. And I'm going to, make sure my resume is top notch, and we're just going to go for it. And I always got those jobs. Like the job that I received at Walgreens, the job before this one, was a brand new role. It was such a step above where I was at the time. And I remember applying for that job like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm going to get it. They probably are going to think that I am aiming way too high, but lo and behold and lo, not only did I get the interview, but I shined through all of the interview processes, and I beat out several other people for that job. So challenge yourself, maybe go for a role that is a step above or 2 steps above yourself. Don't worry about what you don't have, but instead work on and figure out how to maximize or leverage what you do have. And I hope that makes sense. Number 3 on this list is to network. I'm gonna say it one more time. Network. For certain careers and industries or fields in general, especially with marketing, it's really important to network, to know people, to build relationships with others, to have FaceTime with someone that you meet at a conference or at a virtual event or in a professional association. I was also able to leverage my resume writing business for networking. I had a lot of Chicago-based marketing professionals come my way for resume help, marketing professionals, branding, communications, and for the clients where we were able to build a genuine friendship or at least a good rapport, I was able to actually lean into some of those people after I completed their resume for interviews and for ins at particular companies or for particular roles, and it worked in my favor. We are in a very virtual society at this point. I feel like I am used to networking the old school way because I'm a millennial. So pre-pandemic, I was at all the mixtures. I was at all the conferences. I did so many like happy hours. I joined a lot of associations, and I'm not saying that you have to do all of that. But what I am saying is once a month, make a habit, or maybe even once a quarter, because everybody's lifestyles are different. If you have a family, a spouse, etc., you have a lot going on. Once a month may be too much, but maybe once a quarter, challenge yourself to meet someone new in your industry, whether it's connecting with someone on LinkedIn, going to a professional event, whether it is in person or virtual, if it's like a virtual happy hour or an in-person mixer, some sort of a conference, maybe even within your own company, if you have a large department, meeting someone new or in a different department, those things matter. You have to take the time to meet people, because however many people you meet, that's that more many people who have the opportunity to speak for you in rooms that you are not in. And it is really, really important. Next on this list is to set and adjust your career goals each and every year. So I am such a goal-oriented person. Every year at the start of the year, I always write down what my goals are for different areas of my life. And I recorded a vlog for this. But for my professional career, I always put like maybe 3 to 5 goals on the list, whether it's learning a new software, whether it's achieving a particular goal in my job, if I want to hit a particular benchmark or something that I really, really just want to learn. Set professional goals for yourself, because if you don't, then you're almost just kind of winging it, which is not bad. But I have learned that in order to be intentional about your career, to actively make sure that you're preparing yourself for the salary that you want, for the roles that you want, those things don't just happen. When you see like senior directors or CEOs, they were on some sort of a path, which included milestones and goals along the way to help them get there. So for you, if you are aiming for something in particular, you need to be very mindful and intentional and diligent about making sure that you're setting goals along the way that's going to help you reach that larger goal. So every quarter or once a year or even every month sometimes, because that's what I've been doing as of lately in my new position, is setting a particular goal that I want to accomplish, writing down some bullet points on how I'm going to achieve that. I'll give you guys an example. For my position now, I am working on building stronger cross-functional relationships. So my action item has included scheduling one-on-one chats with people in different departments that are recommended, by my manager. And it's also raising my hand and communicating with my manager on being a part of certain projects or activities that are going on that in my role, in my function, I don't have visibility to. So that's just one example. Be in control of your career. Consider your career a business, the same way that you have health goals, fitness goals, money goals. Make sure you have career goals. And if you're not a career person, have your entrepreneurship goals, have your business goals. Just have something that you're striving towards, y'all. Next on this list is super important, and that is to do research on the next level that you're trying to get to in advance. So currently, I am a senior manager, but I want to become a director. So I am looking at job postings that are at director level, that's at the director level. This is not saying that I want to leave my current job, but I'm taking a look at the job responsibilities, some of the tasks that they have listed, the skills, and I'm identifying, okay, what do I have on this list already? What am I missing that I need to get in the next 1.5 to 2 years to be able to accomplish my goal of becoming a marketing director? I see a lot of budget management, high level budget management. I see team management. Those are two things that I haven't really done before. I've managed budgets in the past, but not on the scale of a director. So now I'm saying, okay, how can I work on getting these skills so that when I am ready to go for this role in the next 1.5 years or so, I'm going to have exactly what I need to knock this out of the park, right? So start kind of doing some research in advance so you know the skills you need to get to where you want to go. And that can actually help you set those goals that we just talked about in the previous point. Next on this list is to diversify your background as much as possible. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to job hop a ton, but you should have a wide range of experience serving in maybe different functions, different roles, maybe even different departments, right? So I've talked about how in previous videos, I diversify my experience by working in a lot of different industries at different levels. So I've been entry level. I understand how those functions work. I understand what a mid-level marketing looks like and the tasks and responsibilities with that. I also have experience across all functions of marketing. So I don't just do digital marketing. I mean, I do digital marketing, but it's like I do email marketing. I can do social media marketing. I can do conversion optimization, demand generation. I've done B2B marketing. I've done B2C marketing. I've done programmatic marketing. I've done loyalty marketing. Like I am across a wide range of things when it comes to marketing. I'm not pigeonholed in just one space. The more you can diversify your background in different areas of your career and in your field and in your function, the more that is going to work to your advantage when it comes to growing and building your career. And I'm not saying that you have to know everything, but just have your hands in different pots. And I hope that makes sense. It can really, really work out because you can be a master at one thing. That's good and dandy and all of that. But I'm sure you all can attest to the fact that as you grow in your career, you are over or spearheading or managing a lot of different elements of the industry or of the role or of the field. And the more that you know about those individual functions and those elements, the better. Really hope that I explained that the best I could. And last on this list is so important, and that is to get coaching for your weaknesses. Now, when I first started my career, I was so anti-coaching and anti-mentoring. I can do it myself and I can roll up my sleeves and child all the things. So hard-headed, so just so. But now I'm at a place now where it's like, okay, I can identify that I don't have these particular skills, or this skill is really a pain point for me. I can't seem to get it just right. And so I have invested in a career coach that is going to help me get better at that thing. This is not to say that you have to be the best and the brightest at everything. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. But when you're trying to build your career, if there is a strength that you should have that is currently a weakness, you really, really, really need to work on that. One thing in particular for me in my field is project management. I used to think that I was good at project management, and I was at when I was kind of like lower on the totem pole. But as I started to rise in my career, it became more of a challenge because project management on a higher scale is so much more complex. So I got a coach. I invested in some trainings. I watched a ton of videos. Like I was like, no, we're going to get this. So we're going to understand this. We're going to master it. We're going to get it together. So if you have identified some skills gaps or some areas where you are not necessarily your best that need to improve for you to get to that next level, please, please, please do it. You can invest in a career coach. You can invest in like a career consultant, whatever you need to do, whether it's getting a mentor or talking to somebody or setting up one-on-one chats or getting a certificate. Do what you need to do to fix that thing so that you can get to the next level. So those are some simple tips for career growth and things that can help you, like I said, just grow in your career and just take yourself to the next level, whether you're looking to become an executive or whether you are already an executive and you are looking to take yourself to the next level in some way, shape, or form. I really hope that you found these tips helpful. I've used each and every single one of the tips that I just spoke about to advance my career. And while I'm not like some big wig, I'm not like a CEO or anything like that, but I have been able to, again, increase my salary with every position I've taken. I've never been underpaid. And when I have been laid off or let go from a job or I've quit a job, I've always been able to find something relatively quickly soon after. I think the quickest I've ever been able to find a new job after leaving one or losing one was 6 weeks. And the longest time that it's ever really taken me to find a new job has been like 4 to 5 months. And I've used all of the pieces of advice that I just shared, especially networking, heavy on the networking, heavy on all of these, but especially like networking and learning new skills. Those are like the top ways, regardless of like your age, regardless of, where you are in your career. These are things that can help you no matter where you are. So really hope that you found these tips helpful. If there's anything in particular that really resonated with you or something that stuck out to you or a tip in particular that you can't wait to use, please go ahead and drop that down in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down below. Go ahead and give your girl a like, and please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community and continue to receive more career insights and takes from me that can help you upgrade your career, level up your career, and all of the things. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, you guys.